Good morning, everyone. Today I wanted to share with you how I shop for Tamagotchis. I predominantly use Yahoo Japan auctions because I collect Japanese Tamagotchis, and there's just so many more available through that auction service. And also, you can find some really good deals if you know how to shop. So I thought I would do a run through of how I'm able to bid on Yahoo Japan auctions. And it's through a shopping service called Noppin, and it's just www.noppin.com. I'll post a link down below to all of my resources that I mentioned in this video. So first and foremost, some other websites that I like to have up while I'm shopping is a currency converter. I can just type in the yen amount and it will convert it into US dollars, and of course you can convert it into anything you would like. Super helpful. I also have Babelfish translator, and it's not the best, but it definitely helps. Predominantly use that to help with searches. And then Project Tama shell, which is just a really great resource. It shows most of the shell releases for each type. So you have like the P1s and you have the V2s and so on and so forth. It's pretty complete, although I have found a couple shells that are not on it. But it's just helpful, gives you another picture, because sometimes the pictures on the auctions aren't the greatest, and it also gives you a better idea of what version it is, if you're confused about whether it's a P1 or a P2. And it also, for me, it's nice to know that what I'm bidding on is a legit Tamagotchi. And then, of course, I have eBay up and Mandarake, which is another website where you can find Japanese items to kind of shop around and get an idea on prices. Because the one thing you do have to consider when shopping through Noppin is that they do charge you a fee for their services. And you can find that right here in this tab here. And it will give you the rundown. And then it also will give you an estimation of what kind of percentage they will charge for the amount that you bid on. So if I won a Tamagotchi for 1,000 yen, then they're going to charge me 500 yen, thereabouts. So let's just say, so we know now if I won an auction for 1,000 yen, it will be $8.72 plus the commission fee or the service fee. That would be 1,500 yen, so that's $13.09. So the price does go up a little bit, but if you get a really good deal, it's still less than what you would be able to find on eBay or Mandarake or Amazon, Japan you want, and so on and so forth. So anyways, that's important to know. There's also a shipping breakdown, which is a little harder to predict just because they do it by weight. Although generally Tamagotchis are pretty light to ship. So the smallest package or the lightest package is 2,000 yen, which is going to run you $17.45. They do use EMS, which is really fantastic because it's super fast and it provides a tracking number. Usually 3 to 5 days, unlike airmail, which could take like 2 weeks. So that's really nice. But it does get a little expensive, so just be aware of that. Now, the best way, I think, to shop on Noppin is to bid on many things, pay for them, and store them with Noppin. So here we have the auction list right down here, which will take you to this page. And this is kind of your center for all your activity. So you can watch auctions, and you can see that I'm watching a couple. These are ones that I have won. These are ones that I'm bidding on. And then, of course, there's like a little explanation of the icons, and if you've been outbid, or if you lost, or the auction has stopped, so on and so forth. So these two at the top that I won, I haven't paid for them yet, so you can actually go ahead and click on them both and pay for them all at once, or you can wait until they get because what they need to do is total with their fee what you pay and then what they're going to charge you, and then they'll send you kind of like a bill, and it will be in this payment area here. Tamagotchi is a searchable word. Not all words are searchable, and that's where the Babelfish translator sometimes comes in handy. Like if I wanted to look for a case, I could type in case and get the translation for that, and then just copy and paste it into the search category. So as you can see, there are 3,602 results. There's well over 100 pages of these auctions, and sometimes it's really fun to spend a couple good hours just sifting through all these auctions. So let me give you an example. Here we have a version 1 or 2 connection. Currently the bid is at 100 yen, which is a really tiny amount, 87 cents. Now it has 6 days left, so it could go up, someone could bid on this, but you could also possibly get a really fantastic deal. And so what you could do is watch list this item. So I'm going to watch list, press that button there. This website's been a little laggy today for some reason. I don't know if it's my internet or my computer or their servers. And then you have to enter a title for this. So I'll just say blue connection. If I want, I can look up this shell on Project Tama shell and see if it's a version 1 or 2. And it looks like it is a version 1. Let me just confirm that real quick. Nope, that's not the same shell. All right, let's look at the version 2s. And sometimes they're not listed, so it is a mystery. I wonder if there were 2 variations of this shell. But like I said, this isn't complete, but it's pretty close. So anyways, I guess we won't know if it's a version 1 or 2. There might be another way of knowing judging by the box, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to call it blue connection and add it to watch list. And now I can see it here. It's at the bottom. Shows that I'm watching it and shows what I've titled it. And then this is a direct link to that auction. Now, if you want to bid on it, you can go up to here. Now, the thing about bidding, though, is when you create an account, you go back to the auction list, you have to put a deposit down. And that's kind of like Noppin's security insurance that you are good for your money. So when you bid on an item, you will pay for it. And so you have to place a deposit. And so this is my current deposit, which allows me to have a bid limit of this quantity. So I can bid on as much as I want as long as it stays under 39,200 yen, which is quite a lot. That would be $341.98. If I want to increase that, I can. And actually, let's go back to that blue connection. When you go to bid on an item, and let's say my bid limit, I've already gone over my bid limit, I can actually add to my bid limit up here. And it goes in multipliers, so it's like, I forget, I'm not going to actually do it because I don't want to put down that money because it actually does take the money away. So you can put a deposit of 2,000 yen at a time and you can change that quantity there. So anyways, let's just go back. Hopefully I explained that all right. But anyways, then if you want to bid on an item, you can just enter the current bid amount, or you can enter something higher, and then you bid on the auction. And when you want to check its status, you could just go to the auction list here. So before I commit to purchasing something, though, I like to do some shopping around to see if I'm getting a good deal, because you do have to consider the service fees and the shipping. And so there's a lot to worry about. When you ship or when you purchase from eBay, they tend to be more expensive. The shipping tends to be free, but it's airmail or registered mail, so it's really slow generally. The markup on like this Osuchi Mesuchi case is ridiculous. I found a lot of 4 on Yahoo Japan for $5. So be careful when buying things on eBay, but also be careful on buying things on Yahoo Japan. It can get a little tricky because you have to convert the prices, you have to consider the fee. But here is a good example, I think. So right now I'm watching this white Isashi, which are generally really expensive because they're super rare. This has 4 days left. Nobody's bid on it. And the amount, the current bid is 3,500. Or excuse me, 35,000 yen, which is $305.34. Now, there's going to be a service fee, so you have to look that up. So if the item costs about 35,000 yen, this is the amount they're going to charge as their Noppin service. So that's 4,375. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little quick math. 3,500 yen plus, what did I say? 43.45? I don't remember. 43.75. Okay. And that will be 39,375 yen. So I'm going to go ahead and type that into my currency converter. And so that's going to cost me, not including shipping, $343.51, which is a lot. But if you were to do a search on eBay, or perhaps in the Tamagotchi Facebook page to see if anybody was selling this item, you will get another idea of what these are generally going for. So here's a yellow for $3.99, here's another yellow for $4.50, here's a white one for $4.50 as well. So I'm still saving money, a good amount of money, about $60, not including shipping. And this one is charging for shipping, and it's doesn't look like it's going to be express shipping either. So $15 on top of that. And I'd probably spend $20 in shipping, but I'd have a lot more Tamagotchis shipped all at once. And that's another thing that I want to talk to you guys about. So in Yahoo Japan, or excuse me, through Noppin, you have storage space. And what they'll do is when you win an auction and pay for it, it gets sent, the item gets sent to their storage. And they will hold it for you for up to 60 days, which is a really large chunk of time. So as you can see, I have these items here that I have won and paid for, and they have arrived in the Noppin storage. This is the amount of days that I have left in their using their storage. The old Tama orange, as you can see, I've been storing for quite some time now, and I only have 14 days left, so I'm going to have to ship that out soon. But that's okay, because I will be, as soon as I am able to pay for my other auctions, I'm just going to put in a shipping order. So you can click all the ones that you want to have shipped out, and then you send in a shipping order. They'll get you the cost. They'll ship it out within 2 days. And you're good to go, and then you'll get it within 3 to 5 days because express mail is fast. So that's the beauty of Noppin, and I highly recommend not shipping out one thing at a time. I definitely recommend shipping out a big group at a time. Even though it takes longer, you do have to be a little more patient, but it's worth it because you save a considerable amount on shipping. Where just paying $17 for one Tamagotchi, you might pay $20 for 10 Tamagotchis, which is a really good deal. And that's not really something that you could do on eBay unless if you find the same seller. The shipping status here shows where all of your packages that have been shipped. It gives you the tracking number, and you can also click detail to see what's been shipped in that order. And as you can see, when I first started using Yahoo Japan, I didn't realize that they had a storage service. And so all these individual auctions that I won, I requested shipping for. And that would have been really expensive. And luckily, their customer service is really fantastic, super responsive and helpful. And they contacted me right away, and they're like, look, if you request to have these all shipped out at once, you will save tons of money. And I was like, oh, thank you for bringing that to my attention. So they went ahead and combined my order, and I saved a lot of money on shipping, which I was very thankful for. And I was glad that they brought that to my attention. Otherwise, I would have paid like $17 for each of these Tamagotchis, which would have been ridiculous. So anyways, hopefully that will give you a decent foundation and enough information for you to shop on Yahoo Japan. And just remember, shop around, because you might get a better deal on eBay after all the fees and the shipping is said and done. But you might get a really good deal on Noppin. Sorry about that, my camera battery died, so I have no idea what I was saying. But I hope that this was helpful. There's a lot to explain, so hopefully I did a decent job. But if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. But I definitely think that this is a great way to shop. But you just have to really shop around for prices to know that what you're paying on Yahoo Japan through Noppin is going to be less expensive than on the Facebook page or eBay, and so on and so forth. So thank you guys for watching, and again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye!